The big one. The smaller one of the two. Second iteration. Ordinary rubber band spider. With the smallest one. This is the final version. So, how do we get here? This is an NT1 from Rode, and I bought this second hand. And as usual, they don't have any spider included in the offer. So till now I use this one. It's a really inexpensive shock mount from AliExpress, which clamps with these rubber bands and also feathers with these rubber bands. That works quite well. The reason why I did this whole research was, on the one hand, this is quite a big size, so you can't get really close up to something without touching on the rim. And the other thing is just I wanted to do it. So my first attempt is this one. It has on both sides, it's mounted differently. You have this screw on the bottom, and then you can mount it inside here, and then you have it mounted on the bottom of the microphone. That works quite well, and I have on the bottom and on the top 3 separate spring things. I don't know if you can see that. They reach one time around, so 360 degrees. Each spring is a whole turn around. On this side and on this side we have 3 things. No, on the bottom side I have more space here. I have 4, and on the top side I have 3 times around. And I thought that's a bit wobbly, so I put in some glue which is flexible, and in hindsight that was not so good idea. 2 reasons. This is a closed case, so I have to fill it with some kind of cloth so that it don't make a big sound. That's the first reason. And the second reason, it is way too stiff now. But I didn't know that. So it's really loud. It picks up a lot of noise from the floor. The second, this is more or less the same size as this spider that I had. But I thought, well, can I make that smaller? And so I tried the second one. I have on the bottom side where I have enough space. I have 3 rows of springs, and on the top side I have less space. I have 2 rows. And I did that thing with the glue, which was not a good idea anyway. And the problem I found with that is I cannot move it around if I wanted to check with other microphones. So they're normally catched here somewhere, and then this one sticks out a lot further. And so I wanted to have the opportunity just to put that in, and can adjust the position of that microphone in this axis. And I finally landed with this one. That's the 3rd attempt, and as you can see, this is not round, the inside here. This and this side are a bit smaller, so if you come in with a microphone, it contacts at these 3 points, and because this is quite thin, so it can flex a bit and it can hold the microphone really securely. So, and the spring action here is way shorter. These are on each side are 3 springs from here to here, a third of the way. These are the 3 points that they are mounted and on the outside, and they go to the inside ring, and just a third of the way. That would be 120 degrees. But you have to mount it so it's about 100 degrees, which this feather is. And that works quite nice. I experimented with the thickness of this spring, and on the one side I make it 3 millimeters and on the other 2.5. I think I can even go smaller than that. But that works really well, and the further benefit is that is really a small footprint here. And I like it. I quite like it. And it picks up nearly identical the noise of this rubber band one. Yeah? So that's how I got to this one. And my 3D printer and I, we're a great team. Thanks, bye. I made another version with thinner springs, and like the previous one, on one side I made it even thinner than on the other side, so you don't have the same resonance frequency of one side to the other. And this is an early prototype, which I didn't get right the first time, as usual. And that's the principle. That's a principal thing. Printed in two parts, and they are symmetrical, so I can put them together like this. So that's the basic principle. Also, what I forgot to mention, on the upper and on the lower side, the springs go in opposite directions. So maybe that also helps a little bit with resonance stuff. Okay.